Good morning. This is the Jordan River, right where it comes out of the Sea of Galilee, and this is one of the widest and deepest spots. So it's not, we're right here at the edge, so it's not much of a river. And they said they basically drain it completely dry before it hits the Dead Sea to utilize all the fresh water before it's wasted. Sandra's dipping her feet in here. These are actually baptismal sites that we're standing in here. They have them set up all along the edge of the Jordan here. There's a number in our group that are going to get baptized here this morning. Me and Sandra are not, but a number of them are. This is a commercial spot. The actual spot where Jesus was baptized is on the Jordanian side. So most of the people, well, in other words, we can't get over there easily without going through customs. So that's why they use this side, the Israeli side. It's not actually the spot where Jesus was baptized at.
Thank you, Lord, for the gift of your Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord, that it is his blood that washes us clean. Please make me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
We're in the city of Betsan, and this is where the Romans at a later date had set up the city here, and this is an amphitheater they built here. It's impressive. Most of this stuff is all original here yet. Unreal how well this is preserved.
Oh, no, it's okay.
This is a bathhouse. She said these pillars in the floor had a suspended floor over top of them. And then the steam used to come in from these channels on the side here underneath the floor. This is a bathhouse or a steam house.
So they had a suspended floor above that, and then the one for steam.
All the floors in this bathhouse had mosaics on the bottom at one time. All these columns here are original. Some context, this is Mount Gilboa just to our north, and this is where Saul and his sons were killed in the battle there, and they hung their bodies here in Bet Sayan, I think is the name of this town. And this is when later the Romans came to this spot here and rebuilt this town. And this is one of the best well-preserved Roman archaeological spots around. We're assuming that whole thing had a facade like this all the way around it. Now it's just the other bank behind it, but yeah, this amphitheater is impressive for all those years ago. They said that Rome, I guess I didn't realize that Rome provided food for everybody in the city, so people didn't have to work. They provided their daily food for them. And that was one of the reasons that they came down, Herod came down to this area to provide more food for the people of Italy. And they said they spent their time in entertainment. And part of the downfall of their society was nobody was working anymore. They were just entertaining themselves. So the Romans were the first ones to build town squares, or the heart of the city. And this is the main corridor, the main road. Interesting, we laid pavers today in a decorative way, and they had this main paver down the middle that was cut on an angle, these stones were. And all these other ones come in on an angle. So nothing new under the sun, and our landscaping and pavers and all that stuff. Romans were doing it 20,000 years ago.
Following our visit to the place where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, we then drove on to En Gedi, which is the area of the Judean wilderness that David hid from King Saul when King Saul was trying to take his life. We were there for about a half hour, and it was enjoyable to be able to climb up and around the rocks and look at the holes and caves that were in the walls of the canyon there. There was also a spring with flowing water and waterfalls, so you could just imagine David writing some of his psalms in this area as well. We ended our day at the southern end of the Dead Sea, and our hotel was close to the sea, so we were able to go down and use the beach there. The salt rocks hurt your feet when you walked across them, and it was fascinating to be in the water and unable to sink. It was actually hard to get your feet underneath you to even stand up.
This is the view from our balcony, our hotel at the Dead Sea. Dead Sea's out there. That town you see is on the other side. It's in Jordan. And it's a beautiful place here. Quite an experience in the Dead Sea tonight, that was for sure. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock. We gotta wait another half an hour before the supper buffet opens up so we can get something to eat.
Sixth floor.
Well, we enjoyed our day today. It was nice to get here to the hotel a little bit early. Interestingly enough, we had to, even though it was 5 o'clock when we got here, we still had to wait to our rooms. They said on Shabbat, some people don't travel, and so they wouldn't leave their rooms until sundown, which was 6 o'clock. So we weren't able to get into our rooms till after that. But we're here now, we've had supper, it was really good, and we're gonna just relax and then soon go to bed.
Yeah, it was okay. We swam in the Dead Sea. That was a neat experience. And then they have a big pool spa area here, and one of the big pools inside, a big heated pool, has the same salt content as the Dead Sea. So we swam in there a while, got in the hot tub. Stayed some really nice motels and some nice buffets so far, but this place is next level yet, I'll tell you. The buffet was unreal tonight. Prime rib and steak and barbecue chicken and pop machine. We haven't seen one of those since we've been here. So that was a nice surprise again. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Yep, head to Jerusalem for the next...
Oh, Bethlehem tomorrow.
Bethlehem and then Jerusalem for the next 3 or 4 days. We stay at the same motel from here on out in Jerusalem until we go home. So it'd be nice to be able to one place. It's nice to be able to leave your luggage and not have to keep loading the bus up every time. So, all right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.